Hey guys, so today, State of the Union address was last night. I think we're all super convinced that there are things that are out of our control. A lot of us are looking for where to invest money, and we just can't figure out, do I hold on to money because there's going to be a crash? Do I invest it because of inflation? We're all between a rock and a hard place. Some people are, we're all dealing with inflation and basically a big pay cut, right? Uh, and we're kind of wondering, where's the control? What do we have control over? And so I want to talk about humility. And a friend of mine, I remember one time, he's a guy I respect, and he's like, if you do this, it'll make you a Jedi, And I'm like, that's kind of nerdy, but it's kind of awesome. So let's talk about how humility makes you a Jedi. All right, so I wrote this is from an article from the Warrior Poet Journal, and I'll tell you the title in a second. But it says, ironically, when you're humble, what will happen is that your heart will settle. So, guys, we're thinking about all these issues of today. We're trying to figure out what we need to do. We're trying to understand them, and we can't. We want to be the one who makes the smart financial decision. We just don't know what that is right now. Some of us are super confident, maybe. Maybe you've watched some videos or you're super confident, and that's great. A lot of us are just looking at this general situation and thinking, well, what's life going to be like in like a year or 5 years? But when you have humility, when you take that humility, and it's a really well-developed, deeply set, ingrained humility, then your heart will settle, and you will no longer have on you the weight of perfection. I mean, let's face it, a lot of this stuff is out there in the world, but it challenges our abilities, and it's going to expose our weaknesses, and it's going to expose our lack of control and lack of ability to know what to do. Humility kind of says, it lets you realize that there are places where you don't have control. And so humility, it'll help you realize that you no longer have to do absolutely everything. You'll be able to then start to learn, to read. You'll spend more time in the Word and in worship when you have that humble heart, when you have that realization that I don't make all this happen. Like, I don't make my job happen. I don't make success happen. And that striving causes problems. But when you realize that He's in control and we're His servant, we're the ones, He's the general, we're the soldiers, then you start realizing that, okay, what I want to do is I want to go find out the mission, and I want to get His help in figuring out my little tiny part of this bigger mission. So you're going to stop being too busy for church. You'll stop trying to do things on your own, and you'll seek His help in every meeting, every business deal, every conversation you have with your boss, every conversation you have at home with your wife, with your kids. You're going to start trusting Him. You're going to take that deep breath, and you're going to be able to relax. You're going to be able to enjoy relationships. I literally just had this happen. They were playing some music really loud upstairs, and I was about to record this. And at first I was like, oh man, what are they doing playing that music so loud, And I'm like, you know what? I don't have to control this. And I went up there and I talked for a second, and then I just said, hey, do you mind if I turn the music down just a little bit? And I think I got my point across, and the music got turned down. But I think before, when I was worried about everything, I had to control everything. It's like, what are you guys doing up here? Why, and that just creates problems. It creates problems in the relationship. Now, magnify that and realize when we do that in business, when we do that at work, and when we do that at church, just it magnifies the problem. All right, so running out of time here. So you'll start to believe in Ephesians 2:10, which says that He has prepared everything for you. You are exactly where you need to be today, right now. And yeah, maybe there are times in the past where we could have made things better, but the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. So you're insufficient, but God can use you. So let's be talking with each other about how to get there. All right. Thanks, guys.